Would you like to have longer, thicker hair with more volume and shine? And are you keen on using a natural product like a hair oil, but you're just not sure how to use it or which oils will actually make a difference? Well, today we're going to be discussing 4 great hair oils that will give you results. We've all heard of castor oil. It's all over the internet at the moment. People are using it for many things, including for hair growth. Now, it's really high in nutrients and fatty acids, and it's also a powerful antimicrobial and an antifungal, meaning that it treats inflammation and dandruff on our hair scalp, which are both thought to inhibit hair growth. So this is probably the reason for castor oil's efficiency for hair growth. There's no particular studies at the moment that support this, but so many people swear by this. Now, to use the oil, make sure you warm it up slightly, that way it will penetrate better. And then you massage it into your scalp with circular motions, really stimulating those hair follicles. And you'll use a small amount up to a maximum of a tablespoon. And you can do it in 2 ways. You can do it 30 minutes before shampooing, so using it as a hair mask for 30 minutes, or you can use it as an overnight treatment and then shampooing it out in the morning. And make sure you double shampoo to avoid limp hair. Rosemary oil has quite a bit of scientific research behind it, showing that it can actually help with hair growth. In fact, there was a study done in 2022 showing that when used for 6 weeks, it was just as effective as minoxidil, which is a hair growth medication. So it really helps with that hair growth. On top of that, it's a powerful anti-inflammatory, helping with dandruff, and a really powerful antioxidant, meaning it fights those free radicals, which basically damages our bodies, our skin, and our hair. And because of its high antioxidant properties, it can also prevent graying of the hair. Now, rosemary oil is an essential oil, meaning that it's very potent. And this is why you have to mix it in with a carrier oil, like a coconut oil or a castor oil. Now, you'll mix about 2 to 3 drops into about a tablespoon of carrier oil, and then you can apply it to your scalp. And you'll do this about twice a week, and then you can increase slowly if it feels right for your hair. It's also really important to patch test the product before applying it to your full scalp to make sure you don't have any irritation or allergic reactions. And if you're someone who prefers not applying too much oil to your scalp, you can also mix a couple of drops into your shampoo, and it will have similar effects. Peppermint oil is another essential oil that has studies behind it showing that it can boost hair growth. There was a study done in 2014 where peppermint oil was applied on the hair of mice, and this showed that it both increased the number of follicles and the depth of the follicles and increased hair growth. Now, to use your peppermint oil, you'll use it in the same way as your rosemary oil, both in terms of adding it to a carrier oil or a shampoo. And you can also choose to buy a product, a ready-made product, either an oil or a shampoo. There's a lot of good products on the market, but make sure you look at the ingredients list, make sure it's pure, that it's of good quality, and that the oils are listed quite high up in the ingredients list, because that will mean that the product will be more potent. There's one good product on the market that's received a lot of attention recently. It's Mielle, and they have both shampoos and oils, and they include both rosemary and peppermint oil, giving you that double boost. And let's not forget about coconut oil. It's been used for centuries to maintain healthy hair. And it's really interesting because it contains a type of saturated fat called lauric acid. And studies done in 2015 found that this lauric acid can help protect the hair against protein loss, which is really important because our hair is mainly made of protein, keratin. And when we're using shampoos, styling products, and dyes, it can really damage that protein. So by protecting our protein, we can maintain that shine, bounciness, and prevent that hair breakage as well. To use the oil, make sure that you warm it up first so it's in a liquid form so it can penetrate your hair better. And start with a little bit because it can weigh your hair down if you're using too much. So up to a tablespoon, depending on the length of your hair. And as with the other oils, you can use it as a quick mask 30 minutes before shampooing or as a deep conditioning mask overnight. And be mindful of how much of the oil you're applying to your scalp because for certain individuals, it can actually clog your pores. So start very slowly with that. And massaging your hair scalp whilst applying these oils will give additional support for your hair to grow. And this is because it encourages the flow of oxygen and nutrients, which will really help with that hair growth. Oils are a fantastic way to support hair growth, but there's so much more that affects this. And for this, I would recommend you next watch my video on how to stop hair loss and hair thinning naturally. And here we'll be discussing products, treatments, nutrients, and vitamins to help support that hair growth. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for weekly tips on well-being and beauty.